Hey everyone, it's Dave here, another Nerdy Canuck. Well, this is not the video that I thought I was going to be making. When Tesla released their full self-driving beta button in Canada, I waited like everyone else and opted into the program, and have been trying to drive very carefully. However, what I found was it was surprisingly easy to maintain a score of 100. Now, everything I'd read online suggested it was very challenging. And I think the major difference is I live in rural Ontario, so there's just not a lot of people pulling out in front of me. I don't have a lot of stoplights that I have to stop for. Most of my trip to and from work was country roads, and I could go at a time because of COVID and everything. I could adjust my arrival time to be at a non-busy time. So that made it pretty easy to keep my 100 score. However, we had a brand new arrival to our family, a new little granddaughter, and I had to go pick up my wife who was helping care for her. And that was over 700-kilometer trip each way. So I was definitely nervous. It involved some 400 series highway driving and driving up north. And so I was a little bit nervous. However, I was able to make it there, no problem, still maintained my 100 score. On the way home, it was even more challenging. It's a fairly big snowstorm, took us a long time to get back. But what was amazing was the fact that even though I couldn't use autopilot, I was still able to maintain my 100 score. So I have over 2,000 kilometers now in my 7 days of driving, and I'm still at 100. So let's just have a quick look and see how that happens. So here I am on Tesla Canada's website. I'll leave a link in the video description below. And it's just talking about their safety score beta. Everything seems to be beta right now. And you'll see that we have a safety score shown here, and they talk about the 5 safety factors. So I just want to quickly go over these. So you'll see there's forward collision warnings, and there is hard braking, aggressive turning, unsafe following, and forced autopilot disengagements. So as far as the forward collision warnings, uh, this is based on the medium forward collision warning sensitivity. Now, I personally have mine set on high just because I live in the country, so I don't get a lot of warnings. So I don't mind having some early warning if there's going to be a potential for a collision. I have received 2 early warning collisions. Now, both of them were when I had autopilot engaged. So with autopilot engaged, none of this stuff counts against you. So the very best thing you can do is drive with autopilot engaged. Hard braking, it's very, very clinical how they determine this. So hard braking is going to be an excess of negative zero point -3 Gs. So it doesn't matter how quickly you accelerate. And they have some more specifics there about that. Aggressive turning, again, very clinical description here at zero point -4 Gs. And again, they give you some examples of exactly what that is. And unsafe following. Now, I did get a little bit of acknowledgement that I had some unsafe following, but this one's really forgiving. So it doesn't even count if you're going less than, or unless you're going more than 50 miles per hour, which is 80 kilometers an hour. And you can have up to like a 10 on this one without it having any impact on your actual score. You can still have 100. And obviously forced autopilot disengagements, obviously if you're not paying attention enough to keep autopilot engaged, then that's going to be a pretty serious hit. So I just want to say, hey, if you want to have a great safety score, you have to drive really carefully following all of these guidelines. Plus it really helps if you live in the country. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. If you liked it, please click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Thanks so much.